Well, hello there, YouTube. Man, what a peaceful Tuesday morning. 41 degrees. It feels a lot warmer than that, but look at all the blue out there. I think it's supposed to rain all day today. I don't know. It's looking nice. Feels nice. I don't know why 41 degrees feels this good, but it sure does. Dang, welcome to Tuesday. What do you think, Sashani? Is it going to be nice? I think, oh yeah, there'll be lots of running around and wrestling and carrying on. Plenty of barking. Dog stuff. Kind of a mixed weather drive to work today.
It is kind of cloudy, kind of overcast.
But it was dry.
Foggy. Yeah.
Gotta give it that.
No drips.
Yeah, no drips, and no crazy people. Well, there were crazy people, but they were being as sane as a crazy person could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mama?
Yes, Papa.
We've made it to Tuesday.
Yeah, we have that.
I got 2 vlogs I gotta build tonight. We did that goodbye vlog late. I was pushing photos over. I says, you know what? I'm just going to bed tonight.
Yeah, he's a tucker.
Otherwise, I'd be really tired right now.
Yeah.
So I'll just bust 2 of them out when I get home tonight.
All right, sounds good.
Yep. All right.
All
Have
right,
yourself a wonderful Tuesday.
You too, hubby.
All right. Love you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Check it out. First service on an S1000RR 2022 version. And I got a few comments from guys going, that motor sounds like it's rattling. On that 2013. Wait till you hear this one. That's just the nature of the beast of these high-strung, high-performance bikes. They're noisy. They've been that way. Look at the KTMs from way back when. Listen to Ducatis. They're just not quiet motors. And then, you know, like a lot of people have like Ducatis and stuff have dry clutches on them. That's a whole nother set of noises. You're just not around motorcycles as much. High-performance bikes are noisy. The goal is not to be super quiet and go down the road like a Goldwing. They have one goal in life, and that's to go really fast. And if they make noise, so be it. That's just the nature of the beast, and they all do it. But anyway, pretty cool, huh? So let me show you something that generally is not very common anymore, but it definitely happens, and something you need to look for. This could be the end of your bike, or maybe the end of yourself, if you don't notice this. When you pull your spin-on oil filter off, always look at that filter. If you don't see that seal attached to that filter, guess where it's likely to be? Right there. You know what happens when you stack an oil filter? Because this one is just, you know, kind of like sucked on, stuck there. When you put this one on top of that one, this one will exit. Where does all that oil go? And if you've never accidentally fired a bike up without an oil filter on it, that is where the heart of the oil pump is. Oil will come out of that thing like a hose without a fitting on the end. And it'll empty the contents of that crankcase within seconds. It all hits the exhaust, it all pours down, hits the back wheel, and next thing you know, you don't even know what's going on, but you are no longer attached to your motorcycle. Depending on the scenario, it can end really ugly. I can tell you some stories about some techs. I'll tell you one right quick. Remember when the Nighthawk S was out in the 80s and it was so popular? I had a guy, we'll just call him Mike. Takes off on a test ride. This is at Portland Honda. And he goes ripping out. Well, he's gone for a while. And the service manager, Kenny, he goes, Smoak. He goes, where's that Mike? We called him by his last name, but I won't say that. I go, he's been gone a bit, hasn't he? So we both go walking out the back door, looking up the alley, and here he is, walking down the road, pushing that Nighthawk S. Double stacked an O-ring. Oil come flying out, hit the back wheel and he swapped ends. So we had to repair a very busted up Nighthawk S and a busted up technician too. This is back before we even had to wear helmets. He wasn't even wearing a helmet. So yeah, pretty sketchy. He got lucky. I've seen some come in here on hooks that let's just put it this way, the bike doesn't have an owner anymore. More than once. Customer did his own service. But even technicians can make this mistake. Always look at that old oil filter and make sure that that O-ring is attached to it. And I still, no matter what, because I go in there and I wipe that surface all clean, double check that for some reason there's not an O-ring still there. I've literally seen them come in double stacked and somehow or another that one against the engine case stayed. And if you're wondering why we got two different size filters, this is a break-in filter from BMW. Takes that funky pedal looking oil wrench to take off. That's only through the first 612 miles, something like that. Whatever 1,000 kilometers equals 621, I think is what it is. Anyway, from now on, you get a regular filter. This is pretty much the same filter that all the boxers and everything else take. The K1600s are the exception to the rule. They use this filter throughout. Always uses that filter. It was one of these I thought I was going to use on the Himalayan, but the check valve would, the stud was too long on the Himalayan, or not the Himalayan, but the GT650. Because you remember the thinner filter would have cleared my skid pan much easier. But I didn't take into account how long the threads were, and it bottomed out on that. This one would have worked, but then that's the same filter, same size filter as the stock OEM Royal Enfield one. I ended up getting a bunch of the stock ones. Just stick with stock. Every time I try to, you know, alter that, it bites me too. So just stick with the OEM. Let's take this really rattling motor for a ride. That mirror's off. Not just off.
Tell me the miles you get done.
Oh yeah.
After miles.
I will. Thanks for the gate. Now this, compared to that 2013, is the real go fast one. I forget what it is. I think it's 209 horsepower or something like that. And because we did the running in service, you turn off that rev limiter that they have during the break-in period. And this one has the top end has that variable valve timing that works just like the Boxers, where it's a camshaft setup. Really cool. So in lieu of that, you know, your typical sport bike that has like no bottom end, you gotta piss rev them to sorry for that term, to get good power out of them. These things make good bottom end torque. I got a green, oh, I had a green light. Now I gotta do the full weight. Alright, might as well turn y'all off right quick. So it looks like at some point, since we arrived at work, it has sprinkled a little bit, or maybe it's just the fog just making everything wet. Yeah, it seems like every time I ride one of these, you get people that are, you know, all they've ever ridden is cruisers, or I don't know what, Hondas or something, I don't know. Oh, I hear that motor so loud. Well, two things. GoPros, if you've never recorded with these things, your phone, those little pocket cameras, all those things, they pick up mechanical noise. I even joke around about how if you have a ticking sound that you can't quite sort it out, just take a GoPro and just kind of walk around real close to it. Where it's loudest, you'll hear it. Or mount it somewhere, you know, you got a driveline noise or something. They love to pick up little mechanical tick sounds, so always a recorded. Where's he got these grips at? Dude, that's like brutal. Yeah, nowhere near cold enough that I need heated grips. Got them on 2, which is max on this one. It's got off 1, 2, kind of like the old Boxers did. It takes a lot to get my hands cold. In the wintertime, when all the leaves are gone, you realize we got all this crazy moss and stuff that grow on them. And it almost has its own cool look. Like, look at this green tree. I don't want to point, somebody might be in their house, but look, tree behind there in their backyard. It's all mossed up like it's been, like it hasn't had leaves on it forever, and it just finally, you know, before it falls down, it just, all the moss and stuff grows on it. And some of them have this kind of moss. There's a lot of it up there in the Toledo area. That's it's almost like a bright green, almost yellow color. Like Kelly and I were talking about when we were coming to work one day, that almost has its own beauty, you know, in the wintertime. At least it's something, you know, like you got a lot of these trees that just have nothing on them. They're just, yeah, you can see the moss on it if you look close. I know that camera's not going to pick that up. Let's see if we can. Here's one. If you see all the green moss, just big clumps of it everywhere. So it gives you that sensation that the tree is, she's gone. Hey man, thanks. Hey. How are you doing today?
Great.
Fantastic. You doing all right?
Great.
You taking care of them dogs?
Oh yeah. Got them on door.
Cool.
Good today, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Hasn't been a lot of rides lately with all the weather.
Oh, no kidding, yeah.
Well, it's good to see you out and about. All right. Take care. I couldn't see out the mirrors real good. And I'm so bent over my big fat butt, I can't bend around like I used to. Oh, the traumas of getting old. That's no excuse for getting big, to just be sitting on my butt doing videos all the time. Yeah, that's cool. Got to see my boy out there roaming around. Yeah, like the noise, it's nowhere near as bad when you're riding it. I'll mention it because I know the camera's picking it up really good. But you don't notice that stuff when you're riding it. It's just like all those things. Once you get used to the sound they make, it's just the sound they make. It's just a characteristic of that motorcycle. Doesn't mean anything's wrong. Doesn't mean anything's coming apart. It just makes that sound. That's then painted on or like glue down. They pour them on really hot. Not all of those have a that traction stuff in them. They're just slippery. It's amazing they're allowed to. There's a car creeping out here. Click that shield down so tight it's not breathing. It's starting to fog up. There we go. If you leave it cracked, it doesn't, you get a little air and it doesn't blast the microphone, so it works good. What a rolling piece of art meets high technology. Man, when I was a kid, if they made a motorcycle that went this fast, well, I probably wouldn't be talking to you right now. Most likely. Whew. That is a looker. But if you listen on this same side of the motor, it's that 2013, that's all the cam chain side that seems to make the most noise. They always do it. It's always there. But when you get on one of these things and you twist that throttle, you go, oh, never mind, I don't care. These things flat rip. So this customer's here, so I'm gonna go ahead and rip up here and park him up front. Thanks for coming along for the rip snort on this bad boy. Heavy on the bad boy. I don't think I'm straight, but I'll correct it. Alrighty, there we are. Oh, you're not even straight. You're a bad parker. Alright, we're off. You remember the BMW F800 GSA? Still got those accessories to install. Do you guys remember the rat's nest wiring thing for his heated seat and God knows what else? That look a little cleaner. I still have his accessories in there, but everything's neatly placed. There's the seat heater, doesn't have that big gobble of wires going down there anymore. So I've been cleaning that up. It's got his fresh new battery in there. This plugs into the little dash thing there, so cool. Nice and neat. That's the way you like them. Holy moly, mama. The fog has got everything soaking wet.
It does.
So let's head on north to Alaska.
Sounds good.
We're not going to do anything for our anniversary. We're going to wait till this weekend and go do something.
Because we're just going to be tired after work.
Yeah.
That ain't no fun.
Then she goes, well, you got 2 vlogs to build when you get home. I go, oh, geez, that's right.
You have stuff you got to do.
Yeah. All right. Let's head north.
All right, hub.
All right. See you when we get there.
All right. You be careful.
All right. I will. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Well, hello there, YouTube. With the barking dogs and everything carrying on out there.
Do carry on.
Man, and that Danny, I don't know, that dog about 90 times set the cameras off today. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And even though I have it set, don't detect animals,
It
it
detects.
still does.
Yeah.
And then it'll go detect a person. Well, it's Danny doing some weird turnaround thing, and the camera goes, that might be a person. It's like, get you alert, and you're like, what's going on here, you know? There's somebody at the house.
It's
Nope.
a big black dog.
It's Danny Magoo.
Yeah.
No wonder he sleeps so good at night. He never, ever stops.
No, he's just constantly going.
Goofball.
Checking out everything.
Yeah, he's a checker-outer dog.
Uh-huh.
Well, Mama, we should
Yes,
probably bounce. I got 2 vlogs to build tonight.
All right.
Alrighty.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, it's funny about last night, and I ended up I was going to bed. Kelly goes, you looked really tired. I thought, I was thinking, you look really tired. She goes, no, you look really tired.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's sunk in my head, but I ain't building a vlog. Go to bed.
I'm tired. I'm going to bed. She said I was tired.
That doesn't happen tonight.
Yeah.
I thought, you get 3 of them, you got to catch up on. That's bad.
Yeah, that would be bad.
All right, we're rolling. See you guys tomorrow.
See you then.
Thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.
As the dogs are going.